everyone, it's Tammy, and I was starting to make this card and I thought I had the video on, and apparently I did not, so thank goodness I caught it. But what we're going to do is make a cute jellyfish card using these two cute under the water card, I guess, using these two jellyfish and a starfish. I think I'm just going to use those three for this card, and it's a small card. I don't even actually know what size it is. I guess I could measure it here. 1, 2, 3. It's about 4 1/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And the reason it's this size is because I'm going to make it a shaker card, and I wanted to use the outline of one of these oh, what are they called? Goodness, Stampin' Dimensionals. And I just realized I can't use this one because I've already cut out a piece of the outline. So I'm going to have to get a new one, and I will show you exactly what I'm going to do so that you guys can see. And you can also do this too, because you know that these outlines are still foam and they're still usable. So I went ahead and put some glue down on this blue piece of cardstock that is cut just a 1/4 inch shorter on each side so that I can make it kind of look like water. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this piece of vellum so that I have like water that these little guys will float in, or swim in, I guess is what they do, isn't it? So I just take the glue, and I'm just using the Scotch Tacky glue. I like to craft with this glue. And I would suggest that you store it upside down. I'm not doing a very straight line there, am I? And it comes, you know, with this lid that kind of sits straight, and you can just leave the lid like this and like recap it every time, which is nice. And then I store it upside down like this. I don't know if it's out of view, so that's why I brought it in. And I'm just going to put this piece of vellum on top of that piece of vellum so that there's 2 layers of like ocean waves. And I did learn a trick that if you use, oh, what's it called? Glossy Accents as glue, you can't see it through the vellum. So I don't know. I think that this dries clear enough, and I think that with the covering you won't be able to notice it anyway, but it's still kind of cute. So I'm going to take my little guys and I'm going to glue them down, and for this I'm going to go all the way around. And I have already colored these, obviously. These are from Lawn Fawn. I've already colored them, and I used glossy accents on the 2 jellyfish, and I used glitter on the starfish. So I'm just going to put one of these underneath the first layer of vellum, sticking out a little bit. Actually, I think I might do my lighter one under there, so I'm going to stick him here. And then I'm going to take the darker one underneath, because that'll be more of a contrast and you'll be able to see him a little better. And I did use alcohol markers to color these in, and I kind of blended colors. On that one I used pink and blue, I believe, and on this one I used blue and purple. And so I'm going to stick him in here a little bit. Whoops. So he's kind of floating around. I guess I could have done him a little higher, but that's okay. And then this guy, I don't know where I'm going to stick him yet. We'll see what looks best. I want his glitter to be seen, so I'm thinking right there is good. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue this down with my ATG gun to the white base of the cardstock. Oh, make sure this opens the right way. Okay. I've done that before. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off just the outside of the Stampin' Dimensionals, and you have to just kind of be careful just to pull off the outside. And I forgot, on these sides you need to also cut because there's ones that are too big. So I'm sorry, I forgot about that. So, oh, I didn't mean to cut that, but that's okay, it'll still work. So then I need to cut all of these guys off. Sorry about this, guys, I totally forgot, which is where I cut the edge. That's okay, because you'll just make those edges meet. So it's gonna be in 2 pieces instead of 1, if I'm making any sense, because I don't want these little tabs to stick up. So what I'm gonna do is peel this up, and you'll see it when I'm peeling it up. I think you will. Okay, so I'm just peeling up the edge, and I'm peeling up this edge. So now I have a perfectly like even edge. If I didn't do that, I would have gotten these little tabs stuck on here too, and then those would have stuck out into my card, and I didn't really want that. So let's see. I think this goes this way. So I'm going to just stick this down on the bottom of my card. And then on the side of the card, like that. Oh, and I need to glue down these, it looks like, too. Because when I put the shaker stuff in here, I don't want the shaker stuff to come out of, or to fall out of the, or fall behind the vellum. I did kind of make a mess with that. Maybe I will use some glossy accents for this next one. Okay, let's use some glossy accents. And I'm just doing this because if I didn't glue this down, then the glitter would all fall down inside the glossy accent, or inside the waves that I have here with the vellum, and that would be just a mess, because then it wouldn't be fun shaking it anymore. I'm going to need to wait for this to dry. So I'm going to turn this over real quick, put it under here, and I'm going to push to kind of squeeze the glue around and hopefully make it stick better. There's a little bit of glitter stuck underneath there. It must have come off on the glossy accents from the starfish, but that's okay. Okay, kind of a mess, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to peel it off of the backing. And see how one of the tabs stuck to this? I've cut it out, but it still stuck, so I'm just going to take it off and stick it back down on here. But that's what I meant. All these little tabs would have stuck in the inside, and you would have had a mess. And this one, I'm just going to throw him away. He's sticking to my finger. So peel that off. And so now I can still use all these dimensionals, but I have the outside cut off. And then I'm going to put this down, and I need to be real careful to get it as close to this as I can, because I don't want any of the glitter falling out. So what I did was I cut all of my paper in anticipation of using this dimensional pack. So I used the dimensional pack as my template to cut the rest of the paper, and I just went a quarter up and a quarter up, a quarter inch and a quarter inch. For the blue, I cut it the exact same size. For the white, I just went a quarter of an inch higher, or longer, and a quarter of an inch taller. So there's the base of the card, and now I need to put my sequins and stuff in it, and I know I want to use these cute little things that I have, these jumbo glitter, and hopefully this isn't sticky anymore. I actually don't mind a few of them sticking, so that you know that, you know, not everything sticks down, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and put several of these in here. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to put in some, I think I'll put in some blue ones, maybe some aqua ones, maybe some silver ones, I don't know. Let's get out these aqua ones. And I'm just going to put a few of these in. And let's see, maybe I will use some silver ones too. And these I haven't used yet, so to use these, I take a piece of tape and I cut off the end in a triangle, so I have just a little opening so that they all won't spill out, and I can kind of control how many come out. And then when I have what I want, I put a piece of tape over, and then I fold the tape on to itself on one side and then to itself again so that I can grab it, and then I fold it over the other side. So now when I need them again, I can just use this little tab and pull it open, and then they are open and I can just pour a few out. So that's how I've been doing these. And then I just keep them stored together back in their stack of mixed sequins that I purchased, I think from Simon Says Stamp. And I think that looks good. So now what I'm going to do is, I've already cut a piece of acetate that will perfectly fit over this, so I need to be very careful and peel off this tape. Like this is the other side of the, whatever it's called, Stampin' Dimensionals. And now I very carefully place this acetate on top, making sure I have the right side on the right side, and I'm going to start here and just carefully lay this down. So now I have a shaker card. Oops, some of those might be stuck. Give it a couple good shakes to get things unstuck. Oh, that's really cute. I really like this. Oh, that's so cute. And then I need to cut a piece of cardstock over the top to go around it, but I want it to be the same size of this, and then I'll just glue it on. And I forgot to do that, but I don't know what color I want it to be. I might do it the same blue if I have enough. Or that's a different color blue. Let's see. What colors do I have? I have this green. No, that's too green. I have this minty green. That might be a cool border. So let's get out my little handy dandy Fiskars thingy bobby and see how big I need this. I guess I could measure this. So this is about, and I'll just do 3 3/4 for this. And then I need it to be, this is 4 1/4. I'll go, I think I'll do just 4 1/8. Oops, I moved that there. And let's see how that would look over the top. That fits fine over the top. But now I need to go in 1/4 inch on each side. And I'm going to do this down here just because I can see better. So I'm just going to go in a little bit. And I'm just eyeballing this, guys. I know this probably isn't the best way to do this. But I'm just making it so that there's just a little bit of a border around. Ooh, and that doesn't look straight to me. Something isn't straight. Oh no. So if this isn't in line, I apologize. I think it's that side that's not straight. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay. Whew. That was weird. Okay, so now I'm just lining this up so that I can get to the spot and I can meet it. And then I'm eyeballing it up here. And then I'll turn it. Goodness gracious, and now that one's the same way. What is wrong with this? I must not have cut that very straight. Well, something's. Now is it going to have enough room? Yeah, okay. Hug. I still don't know if it's straight. Good Lord. Why am I having such a pickle of a time with this? Okay, and that just ripped my whole thing. So never mind. We're going to do a whole different piece because that one wasn't straight and I couldn't get it straight. And it was bugging me. So here's a piece of blue. It's already made into cardstock though, so I wonder if I have another piece of scrap. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get out that blue and green scrap folder, see what I got in here. I don't want it to be really dark blue. There's white in there and silver. That's too blue. It's supposed to just be blue and green, but it's clearly not. That would work. Okay, so let's give this another whirl, shall we? Sorry about that, guys. This I'm going to cut at 4 and a whatever, an 1/8, 4 and a notch. I'm going to make sure that I have this up against there. And then I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4, or just a little less than that. Now, is that straight? Does this look square? Let's put it against these things and see if it's square. That looks square, that looks square. Okay, whew. This one looks like it's straight, people. I don't know what I did before. So I'm going to, again, do about 1/4 inch, and I'm going to go down about 1/4 inch. And I'm going to go up and go down and take a peek at it and think that looks good. So then I will go this way and I will line that up and I will go up to that cut, and then I'm going down until it looks like about 1/4 of an inch to me, or a little less, just enough to make a window. And then I will do the same where I go down, then I'll bring this up and go to that, and then go down to about there, and then I will turn it to do my last one, because what we're doing here, guys, is we are just cutting out the window. If I didn't do this and I just put this on top, you would see how it would just cover it up. So we have to cut out the middle so that you can see the window. So that's what I'm doing here. And on this one I should just be able to cut from line to line. So let's try that. From line to line. And it looks like I need to do a little bit of clipping to make them meet up, which is okay. I'd rather not clip enough than to clip too far. So then we should be able to fit this on top, and it will hopefully cover up at least enough of that. Now I made it a little too long, I think, so I'm going to cut off just a tad bit. And I'm going to go from the top to the bottom. All right. Now we have our window that we will just cover up the Stampin' Dimensionals foam with it. And if you look hard enough, you can still see some of the foam through here. But you know what? I think that's silly. If people are looking that hard, they don't deserve the card. You picked the wrong friend. Okay, so we're just going to put a thin layer of glue all along where the foam is showing. And I love this I'm So Jelly set from Lawn Fawn. I just think it's adorable. I love those jellyfish. I've had fun. I did a card where I put gel inside. Oh my gosh. I think I did a video on that. And then I did this card. I'm just loving it. And I think I did another card where I just put them on and just said I'm so jelly. Okay, and I'm going to turn this upside down just so I can push a little better. And there we have it, folks. Isn't that just adorable? So it's open. I got some glue on here. Wipe it off. So it's a cute shaker card with the jellyfish and the starfish. Hi there. So cute. Then on the inside you could put the I'm So Jelly sentiment, or you could just leave it like this and write what you want. It's just really cute. I'm really liking it. Some of the things are getting stuck though. Get off of my jellyfish. There. Oh, I am loving this. This is a great card. Okay, I hope you guys like it. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.